house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. It's one of those days where I have the giggles. But anyway, our house guest of the day is Callie Foster, and she wants to know, do I think that Nikki could be a good player in the long run now that she's kind of getting a little more used to the Canadian version of the game? That's a great question, and I think there's a lot that goes into answering this. I think it's really tough for her because she is coming from a different style of gameplay, and I think that's even more difficult than if she was just some person that's never seen the show ever, never been on the show ever, and had like a totally clean slate. Because I think it's much harder to break old habits than to form completely new ones. So I think that's going to be tough for her, but I do see potential as long as Tim stays around. Honestly, I think Tim is her saving grace right now. He's keeping her sane-ish, and I think he's going to help her play a smart game. I don't see him letting her do anything really detrimental to her game. So as long as Tim is around, I think it's going to be good for her. But I would hope that she would also be okay without him. We'll see. So anyway, if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below, and if you do decide to support us, please leave a comment with your house guest of the day question. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on in the house. Maddie is so jealous of Kelsey and Jared. She was talking to Ramsey, and she's like, I just hate how pretty Kelsey is, and she's really dumb at this game. I will agree that she does not know a lot about the game, and I could see her making some really stupid decisions. But Maddie was also like, Jared is too good for Kelsey, blah, 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 blah. And I just had to laugh, because as she was saying that, you could hear Jared talking in the background, and I'm not even kidding, this is what he was saying. I like using the word girth in everyday sentences because it automatically makes people think of penises. Like, really? Yeah, he's too good for Kelsey. Okay. So, the jackpot lights have still been going off once a day. Still, no one knows what it means. But Shari is really hoping that it's some sort of twist that can save her, and she's trying to figure it out. So she was talking to Mitch about it, talking about potential scenarios where it could help her out, and they were searching around the pink bedroom for clues. They were looking in the bathroom, the have-not room. They didn't really find anything. You know you're really screwed when you're just hoping that some sort of twist can save you, but we haven't heard anything about a twist with that so far, so as far as I know, they're just messing with the house guests with the jackpot so far, but who knows if that'll come into play. So yesterday was a pretty quiet day compared to the campaign flurry of the day before. Raul brushed and straightened Jared's hair. It looks really weird. But there was also some strategy talk yesterday. Mitch, Joel, Nick, and Raul were chatting out by the hot tub, and eventually Nick brings up the vote. He's like, hey, Joel, what are you thinking for this week, Levita or Shari? And Joel's like, I want to keep Levita. And Nick and Mitch agreed. And Raul's just like, you know how he is, because he wants to do what Kelsey wants to do. But at this point, I'm pretty sure even Raul and Kelsey are planning on voting for Levita to stay, because you don't want to be the lone wolves that would, you know, in this day and age in Big Brother, people tend to vote with the house. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a unanimous vote this week, but you never know. They're all pretty sure that Shari is going. I'd have to agree with that. So then Maddie and Dallas were having a game chat, and she really, really wants Dallas and Ramsey to be cool again. We're only like 2 weeks into this game, but already we've seen the evolution of Dallas and Ramsey's relationship. They were like best buds, then the whole fourth vote mystery happened, and Dallas kept accusing Ramsey of throwing him under the bus. So then Maddie's reminding him, like, you sold out our whole alliance. So, yeah, that happened. But she really, really wants them to all stick together and work together, because she's getting nervous that Jared and his group are coming after her. And you know what? They are. You know who else should be nervous? Dallas. He's in a lot of trouble next week. So let's talk about something fun. Nikki was trying to lead a levitation last night. First Phil, then Raul. It was unsuccessful because people were not taking it seriously. They weren't into it. Everybody kept cracking up, and she was just like, ugh. So it didn't happen. But we got a little Nick and Phil brothers check-in, which I feel like we haven't seen much of yet. I haven't personally seen them alone too much together, talking about the game and everything. So it was pretty interesting. Phil warns Nick he needs to start interacting more with other people, you know, other than Maddie, because they spend a lot of time together, and Phil is like, guess what? Maddie's days are numbered in this house, and when she goes home, you're going to want to have relationships with other people here, or you're going to be in a world of trouble. And if he's in trouble, that means Phil's in trouble too. So he reminds him, we're here for the game, not for the girls. So he's telling him, like, have more life chats with people, get to know people on a more personal level. And then they were talking about next week, and they're worried about Dallas, just like a lot of other people. And they feel like he's playing both sides. They feel like he could potentially be coming after them. Yeah, I think that's a legitimate concern, because he is. So last night, Mitch and Joel were also chatting. I feel like these two are like an undercover power duo. A lot of people really like their company. They're not really on anyone's radars right now as far as I've seen. And I feel like they have a pretty good grasp on what is going on in the house right now. So I think those are definitely two people to watch. Their next target is Dallas. That seems like a pretty common theme here. They think he's shady. He's a flip-flopper. Yeah. And he's, like, annoying and gross. I can see that, too. So they didn't say that, but I added that. So today is eviction day. And this morning, Cassandra and Dallas were chatting. And he wants to make sure that she's still voting out Shari. They both confirm, yes, they are. And then they were talking about next week. They agree that both of them, they're safe with each other if one of them wins the HOH. What? I don't know that I believe that. These two hate each other. They've both said many, many times that they're going after each other. But apparently, Dallas is saying that he's got bigger fish to fry now. I don't think Cassandra feels the same way about him. But Dallas is saying, oh, the bros have to go next because they'll probably get to play on their own at some point. I don't know if he actually believes that or if he's just trying to put a target on their backs. I don't think that's going to happen because I feel like Big Brother would have, like, let the audience in on that from the first night. But you never know what could happen. I don't know. I just feel like they would have teased that. Like, you need to get to this week and then you can start playing as individuals. But you never know what could happen. Maybe they'll be like, hey, let's just split the brothers up. Why not? So, I don't know. Leave it in the comments if you think that they're going to play on their own eventually. But he is definitely trying to freak people out about that and get the target on them instead of himself. So, all throughout the day, people have been reassuring Levita that she's staying tonight. Again, I don't know exactly what the voting breakdown is going to be. It could be unanimous. Maybe not. I don't know. But it definitely looks like Shari is the one going home tonight. I don't think she realizes it either, because she's kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. So, yeah, I don't know. It might be a rude awakening for her. But the feeds went down, and they will remain down until after the episode airs tonight. So I want to know from you guys, who do you want to win the next HOH? Leave it in the comments below. And until tomorrow, much love.